What is up, everybody? It is Nodfather here, and I did a tweet earlier, like yesterday, saying that if this tweet gets to 20 likes, I'm going to show you guys how I do my 808s in Massive. So let's get it started. Alright, so, of course, you're going to need to have Massive. I say buy it. I don't care if you crack it, but just have Massive. Just have it here. And we're doing this in Logic Pro because that's my go-to DAW, but it's a VST. It can be put in anything. So you can press this, so that way I have everything visible and all that good stuff. Up here on the left, we have the oscillators. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut off oscillator 3 and 2, and I'm going to get this oscillator 1 and change the shape of it to be a sine square. So now we have these 3 knobs here. And again, this is all from the default sound. We're going to get this sine square, and we're going to move this WT position over here in between like the 3rd and the 4th line here. So now you can hear it's more of a boom. It's more subby. I always like to keep my 808s at like C0. But you really can't hear them right now, but I'll show you guys that in a little bit. So we got this here. Get off of there. We're going to go to the 4th envelope because for some reason this 4th thing right here is the one that's controlling this by default. So we're just going to go there. So we're going to get this decay. Bring it to like a little bit over halfway. Perfect. So now, if you can see, if you can hear, whenever I press a button and I let go, it just keeps the sound and stops it right then and there. And that's the release. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this release and bring it up a little bit. So now if I just one tap it, there's another problem here. I press one and then I press another, and you hear it like they fight to get out the speaker. So we're going to go over here to voicing, and we're going to go to monophone. There we go. Now it stops whenever a new button's pressed. So if you want to argue it, we technically have an 808 right here, but I'm going to show you how I get mine. So we're going to go over here to this global, or is it the oscillator? Yeah, right here. We're going to get this time. Bring up the glide. That's how you get that whoom. There's like a musical theory word for it, but it's the glide. It's the easiest way to explain it. So from the bat, this is pretty much how this is whenever it comes to the VST part and like actually making this physical sound, because this isn't sample bass. This is all in like coming out of the actual instrument. So we're gonna close this, shut these off. So I'm going to use Waves plugins for these. You guys can use other things, but we're going to use Waves. And we're going to go pull out the R bass on here. So now, first, this is what it was sounding like before. Turn that back on. If I press S, this is how it sounded before, but with R bass, you hear a lot more of the low end. It brings it more out, makes it more punchy. So I'm going to bring this frequency down a little bit to like 60, 55 about. There we go. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to pull out this low air that's also in Waves. And these are the Waves Mercury. I think these are all a part of other things. Like they're all a part of other Waves packages. But if you get Mercury, you have all of these, and it's definitely worth the money. So we're going to go over here to the subharmonic mastering. So it's pretty powerful right now. So I'm also going to throw another plugin on here from Waves, and we're going to go to the C6 sidechain. This is I like the sidechain, so that way whenever if you have like a melody or a sample, you can sidechain the 808 on there, so that way it doesn't have to like fight so much through the mix, and it won't have to like argue with the other frequencies, and it's easier on the mixing side. It just sounds a little bit better. So we're gonna go over here to bass, and I have a preset right here called Bass C that I love. So what it does, it brings up the high end a little bit more. Definitely brings out the low end. Alright, so we got that. So this is basically all it is. You can throw your distortion on there, and I'm going to give you guys another plugin. It's going to be in the description. It's called Camel Audio, Camel Crusher. It is a free distortion thing, and it's awesome. So if we pull this out, now it sounds like an X beat automatically. So I'm going to turn the filter on and bring the cutoff, resonance a little bit up. We're going to bring this mix down. Now the volume's a little bit down, so we're going to bring this all the way up. So there we go. We got the 808 pretty much. So that's that. That's you can just kind of throw it around and do your own thing, put some more effects on it. And yeah, that's how I do my 808s here in Massive. So other than that, like this is all the things I always put on there. Everything else is to dress it up. So let's say if I wanted to like put this bass rider on there or something, it'll also help with the sound. Brings out the lower sounds. It makes it kind of even. It's more of like a compressor. But yeah, there you guys go. That's how I do it. I don't know terminology too well, so if I said some things that sound weird, I'm sorry. But if you follow the visual, you will get the exact same sound that I got. And the VSTs and stuff and the plugins that I've used, they're all like universal for any program. So you guys go download those, buy Waves, buy Massive, and Camel Crusher is free. So you guys have a fantastic day. I hope this helped, and I hope to see you guys again. Thank you.